I see my pieces as having both an inner life based on their composition or their structure, but then there's an intellectual and emotional life that they have because of their interaction with a viewer. Both the internal life of a piece is intrinsic, just as we have internal lives. We're important in and of ourselves, and I think of art in that same way, and my pieces in particular. The fact that these are three-dimensional implies a physicality. I would hope that somehow they maybe alert an audience to their own physicality. I think it's been said that in our culture we sometimes live too much in our heads and we forget about our bodies. One has to be aware of these things if you're not going to plow into them. I think that's the beauty of any artwork, that the richness of an art piece is inexhaustible because it relies so much on what any individual is bringing to that interaction. But I would definitely not ever want to be dogmatic and say this is what this is supposed to be, because I think that kills that play between the life that the work has in the world. I'm responding to inclination of the twine to go in a certain direction, but once that initial stage is set, I begin to think of how it can move into space, what elements can I add to it, how can it grow, and how can it grow into a structure that is self-supporting and yet free to kind of flow in space without anything suspended or being supported from below by something. In both 2D and 3D, I'm very concerned about space. And with the 2D, the interest is in how color communicate a sense of space, or how can it create space. The process for my 2D work is also rather physical, and I'm using sometimes like house painting brushes, wider brushes, or my hand to spread the color around. So there's a physicality to the action. For me, the value of art is to, in some ways, encourage us to see things differently, to appreciate things that we normally wouldn't appreciate in a more quotidian way. And so for me, these forms, the particular forms, especially in this installation, are an aspect of it.